So we're on episode 3 already. We're going to be talking about pricing, your offer, statistics, metrics, data, whatever you want to call it, in sales. Okay. Before we start, I just want you to remember this. Okay. All of this is useless if you're not putting in enough inputs. So like think about it like this. It's just like always like this. However much energy you put into something, it's how much energy you get back, or even more. Like it's what you would say, yeah, it's like compound interest. So you put some in energy into a box, and then the box comes out with even more energy. So remember this: whatever you get from this video, use it. Don't use it for merely entertaining. Use it correctly, and then you'll probably be able to fucking shit on everybody else. But okay, let's go. Episode 3: offers, pricing, metrics. Stop working for free. So let's say you don't know how to price your shit. Okay. If you don't know your numbers, your price is just a guess. And let me tell you why detailers usually undercharge. There's a lot of mistakes. Number 1, competitors. They want to price match their competitors. Number 2, they're scared of rejection. Number 3, they don't even know. First of all, let's say they weren't scared of rejection and they don't want to copy their competitors. They still don't even know how to actually charge because they don't even know how much money they should charge. They don't know their gross profit margin. They don't know none of this shit. They don't count these numbers. So the new rule: your price is determined by your numbers, not your mere confidence. Confidence helps definitely over the phone, but you want to know you want to be confident and know you're actually making a profit off of it. You don't want to be confident but not know that you're not making profit out of it. So the 5 numbers that control your life. Okay, this is gonna be like this: CAC, LTV, lifetime gross profit. Let's go with your AOV, and let's say probably your LTV to CAC ratio. And actually, let's throw in close. So there's like a lot of numbers you should know. But like these are like really the good ones. So CAC, obviously, you obviously want to have not 3-to-1 to CAC ratio. So like CAC is like how much it costs to acquire a customer. You want to have 6-to-1. So like let's say to get one customer costs $50. Boom. Instead of like usually lots of people say, hey, you want to be 3 times that number. No, we're in service-based businesses. We're gonna do times 6. So $300. So you want to at least price $300 to actually make a good. You want to have some cushion in the pushing, right? And if you're a real baller, you'll do 10-to-1. So 50 times 10 equals 500. LTV: how much money that customer is worth in their whole entire life. So let's say John goes with you. Let's see, he pays you, for example, $50 every month. I don't know, just saying a random number, times 12. So for that year, so like let's say your average LTV, they only last 1 year because maybe your service isn't that good. Do the math. I don't know. Wait, what is the math? 600? I don't know. I think 600. So we're gonna say $600. That's your LTV, your lifetime gross profit. So what you're gonna get is you're gonna get your LTV. So LTV, and you're gonna try to find how much like your actual gross profit is. So we're gonna see on average. So let's say you usually charge $200 for a detail, and then it costs you $50 CAC, and then plus supplies. Let's just say $70. So you get $130. Okay, but I don't know this the exact like percent of that. I don't know, but then we're gonna do 600 times point 0.6, and then you're gonna get your LTGBP and your average order value. Pretty simple. It's like your how much you charge on average. So you get all your numbers. So average job rate, job price, average job price times how many jobs you actually got that month equals, I don't know, 313, like it was me. Let's now see LTV to CAC. So you're gonna get your long-term value, which is 600, and then times this 6. So I'm pretty sure it's that. No, I already messed up. Guys, my math isn't that good. I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's 3,600. But like I don't know, like don't okay with these numbers. Like I'm just learning this number right there, LTV to CAC. You know what? Let's do this. You know I'm not gonna leave y'all hanging. I'm gonna make sure y'all get enough info. Okay, so your customer. Okay, so customer. Oh, divided. So your customer value divided by. Okay, yeah, I got this wrong. So we're gonna have divided. So 600 divided by 6. Your average CAC is LTV to CAC is 101. Scale that shit. Scale it. And then after this, your close rate. Let's see how many jobs you actually get on average. So let's say you lead on leads. You probably get 62 leads. And then actually closed 31. Yeah, 50% close rate. And you always want to make sure, like, this is what I always say. You want to stay, like, in the, I would say, like, 35 to, like, 45% close rate. Anything higher than that, you're charging way too low. Too many people are saying yes. And that's, like, you want to find, like, the golden ratio. So the golden ratio. How much to actually charge? Like, you'll be able to see with this. So, like, let's say you get a bunch of people. They're like, yes. You might be thinking, like, oh, shoot, am I a master salesman? Like, what the fuck's happening? But in reality, if you're pricing, like, if you're closing 80% of the time, most of the time you're like 2 times, you're charging 2 times less than what you're supposed to. And then, like, it kind of goes down all the way to, like, if you're, like, pricing from, like, 30% to, like, 40%, you're kind of, like, in the sweet rate. I was actually, like, at 50%. But, yeah, let's go. I'm trying to get down to, like, that specific point. But this is, like, counting if you have everything right. So you have a pretty good sales script. You got to make sure all of this is correct, right? You want to make sure the customer isn't shitty lead. You want to make sure you actually have a sales script, maybe a VSL. This kind of more advanced shit, VSL is a video sales letter. So they get a video sales letter before you actually get on the call with them. But yeah. Okay, so those are your metrics. Now, your money math stack, whatever, calculate. So you kind of want to calculate, like, revenue, I would say, and no, this is a note, side note, revenue is your vanity, profit is reality. So, like, revenue is kind of like, you would see lots of people talking about revenue. And that was me. I was talking about revenue this, revenue that. Bro, profit's the only thing that fucking matters, bro, because that's what you're actually taking. Revenue doesn't fucking matter. Bro, you could be a business making $2 million a fucking year. But then revenue, profit, because it's 100,000. I actually saw this. There's actually a business that was only paying themselves, I think, like, the co-founder was actually making 20,000 a year, which is fucking crazy, right? He was paying his other guys first, more, which you should, to be honest. Okay, your pricing floor formula, pricing floor funnel. Okay, so you kind of want to have it like this. You want to be like the Chick-fil-A menu. You want to be simple. You know how Chick-fil-A is super simple? You go in there and you're like, okay, can I get the number 6? Like, it's not that complicated. They don't have a lot of shit. So this is how you want to do it. So right here's one box, right here's another box, and right here's another box. This one is worth a lot more money. So this is your high package. We could say your luxury. This is like your average package. This is probably your full detail. And then this is probably, I don't know, your basic package. Like I'm going to say all of these are full details, but this one's like the luxury. This is going to be like that good full detail, gets everything. This is going to be more standard, more basic, right? Well, most people think, let's say you do have 2 boxes. Okay, you don't want to have 2 boxes. So let's say you have two boxes, right? People are going to be like, wait, if I go with this one, it's probably too cheap. Wait, if I go with this one, it's probably too expensive. So it's like, what the fuck do I pick? And then you're going to get actually less people to convert, less conversion. But with this, the Chick-fil-A is simple. If you have 3 packages for your full detail, you're going to get more people to go with the middle. But it's still better than less over here and then less over here. You're still getting more people in the middle. So you want to keep it simple, right? You don't want to add hella shit to your packages. So let's say, for example, for me, I don't add a fucking engine bay detail for my shit. I don't do all of that. I make sure to get all the basics. You want to get the basics. All the fundamentals. You want to make sure you get the tires. You want to get all of the exterior. Put a wax on the interior. Make sure it's looking cleaner. Blow out, thorough vacuum. Put some, not the trim restoration, but just like get like the tire shine or whatever, the water-based resting, and put it all over the plastics on the outside to make the whole thing pop. But you don't want to do the engine bay detail, the clay bars thing. You don't want to do the freaking trim restoration. You don't want to do the freaking shampoo seats. You want to keep it simple because your customers, not all of them want that, and then if they see that it comes with all of that, they're probably like, oh shit, like I don't even want all that shit. I'm overpaying. So keep it simple and then have your add-ons. Right there, have your add-ons. But this is how you can do your add-ons, okay? So that's kind of like how it is. Your good package entry option, just enter, and then you could upsell them. Upsell potential is high. High. Boom. Because this package isn't the best. Better package is your most popular. More people are going to go with this one. Then you can still upsell. But probably not as much as this one. Your best package is not too much to upsell, but the people that are spending a lot of money, don't really give a fuck about their money. Because they're making a shit ton of money. So you could upsell. Basically what I'm trying to get at is upselling is the way. Literally. Okay, your goal is to not sell the cheapest. Your goal is to make the middle feel obvious. So you want more people to go with the middle, okay? I mean, you might hear like, oh no, go with the best package, like get the high option. But like how I usually like, when I'm on the phone, this is probably going to be lower. I mean, I'm going to say it later, okay? Why upsells matter? You want to have an upsell menu. 5 to 10 items. So, for example, me, I have trim restoration. Super fast, super cheap. Trim rest. You want to have engine bay. Boom. Engine bay. Boom. You want to have shampoo seeds. So you kind of want to get it to where it's like, okay, I have my exterior add-ons. And then you have your interior add-ons, which are like shampoo seeds, maybe putting like some ceramic coating on the leather or on like a ceramic spray on the fabric. You kind of want to make it like you're gonna have your exterior add-ons and your interior add-ons, whatever like the customer actually needs, then actually do that. Like for example, headlight restoration, and it could have like your big money ones, boom. Which for the most part, it's like the ceramic coatings. So it could be like first of all, it could be a glass ceramic coating. And then it could be like a leather ceramic coating. It could just be all of this, okay? You kind of just want to have a list of all of these. But when you are upselling, this is what I always do. I always have my iPad out. So let me get the iPad. I also have this bad boy out. I literally just take this out. Let's show y'all. Take out my keyboard. I connect to my hotspot before I actually get there. I get one of my workers just to connect me. And then, oh shoot, my iPad's about to die. Frick. And I kind of go into this. Look, I pre-detail inspection form. Let's go. Pre-detail. So this is my pre-detail inspection form. I don't know if you can really see it that good. But yeah, this right here, I kind of just take my pencil out. And once I get to the job, I'm actually like, hey, is it cool if we just inspect your car just to see if there's any damages or anything like that? You're going to come out. Well, obviously first introduce yourself. And then kind of just like look around like, okay, you're like on your iPad, okay? First of all, you look more professional. You're on an actual iPad, okay? And it's kind of like a bait. You bait them out to come out because you're only inspecting. Then eventually, you're going to be like, oh, wait, you're still inspecting. This technique is still inspecting. You're like, I see your headlights are pretty restored. I see your headlights are pretty oxidized. And I mean, that totally makes sense because right now where we live in Texas, there's a lot of heat. There's a lot of sun rays. There's a lot of, moss, oxidation. I don't know. Kind of like do your research, like what's actually say, like on that, like on the actual, like factual shit. And they could be like, yeah, there's like, if you don't actually fix it right now, that'll cost you more in the long run. If you got your headlights restored, whatever, you say that. And then what you actually do, hey, like I actually did one of my clients. Here's this headlights restoration. Go on your photos and then have an album specifically for your add-on services. So look right here. I have add-on services. Be like your headlight restorations, boom. I just did a client. These were his headlights before, not having them headlight. And these were, the shop was actually charging $1,000. So put some beer, hit some beer in it. So I usually charge $150. But since I'm here on the spot, and it's already about to be the summer months, we could drop it down to $99. What do you say? Boom. You kind of get them right there. And what you could do also, you could try to pair up like the headlight restoration and then like a trim combo. And if they're like, oh, that's a little bit too much, and then that's when you downsell. You're like, okay, that totally makes sense. So I see that you have two big problems. which one do you think will probably be the smartest decision for you to actually restore, so you don't have to spend $100 later, right? Hundreds of dollars later. So you could do like pair up the combo, like that's like your main price, and if like, oh, that's a little bit too much, you drop down to one of those, and then boom, that's fucking game right there. Upsells. I actually didn't even think of that, but do that shit, okay? If you're not upsells, your average ticket will stay weak forever because you're really just relying on that. And then think about it like this: you're a doctor, you're prescribing medicine, you're literally giving them what they need. The call flow control. The call flow. Control the conversation. You want to handle objections with downsell ladder. When they say too expensive, too this, you want to add stability. Oh wait, this is different principle. Never lose a client, only change the entry option. So like what I would say, you always want to, first of all, you want to diagnose. So you want to create a sales script. Look at Andres Contreras. You want to look at fucking Andy Elliott. You want to look at, there's a lot of sales scripts, but really what it comes down to is finding a pain point. Finding a pain point, diagnosing the actual pain point, and then kind of just agitating, like, fuck, like, it's going to get worse, it's going to get this, and then sell the vision. So, diagnose, you can literally just ask ChatGPT for this, like, make me a script using this framework. Diagnose, agitate, prescribe, tell options, downsell if necessary, this kind of like, you don't really have to add this, but I'm kind of just adding it in, downsell if necessary, and then close. Something that I like to do is always like at the very end, before I close, like before I end the call, I'm always like, hey, who do you know, hey, who do you know? Obviously, the customer's name first. So, like, Mike, who do you know? Because that makes an actual bigger personal connection. Mike, who do you know? Who do you know that who do you know that's interested in a car detail? If you're able to refer me right now, a couple friends, I'll be able to give you a discount. So you can use this also for a downsell. So, like, for a downsell, what things can you actually use? So you could do, number one, remove features. It is like the easiest one. Like, it's pretty understandable. So like, if you're gonna pay less, I'm obviously gonna remove some features, but we're still gonna keep the core ones that they need, because if they don't have the core, then motherfucker, they're gonna get it. Then second of all, you wanna do, okay, you better drop me a review, a testimonial, and then I'll probably give you a discount of $30. Make sure the testimonial is actually good. Don't have it be shit. Number 3, okay, review, testimonial, and give me a referral. Refer me right now on the spot 3 friends. Okay, and then afterwards, if you're allowed to, hey, I got payment plans. This, like, I don't know. I haven't tried this yet, but payment plans could actually be a good downsell. But yeah, remove features. You wanna, like, hey, can I get a review testimonial? Can I get a review testimonial and actually you refer me through friends, and I'll be able to deduct you $60. Payment plans, whatever. Yeah, like, let's see how much is your average lead? Like $20. So you could, like, that's like people that are actually like looking for like an actual car detail. Most of their friends might not actually be looking they might just give it to you like some dumb friends. So I would just say count each like referral as $10. So like half. Okay, so it's like 1 out of 3 chance you might actually get one. But that's kind of like what I would do, like my downsell. That's kind of like how I close when I really have to. But yeah. Now let's go with maintenance. Why maintenance prints actual money? Detailing is a maintenance game. It's a retention game. You don't have high churn rate. Churn, leaky bucket, retaining. Think about it like you just put like some Flexi Seal right over the bucket. No more holes are freaking gaping through. No more money's coming out. Let's see how to actually make your maintenance fucking work. So your pricing question, make it make sense. So what you're gonna do is like usually like I always ask it. So like at the very end of their detail, or like right in the very beginning, like as soon as I get there, I'm like upselling. I'm like, yeah, most of my clients, You know, Mike, most of my clients actually do get a detail every 3 months. You know, they tend to keep their cars clean. And then like they're in their back of their mind, but you kind of just say subtly, and then don't even like don't try to agitate it even more. You kind of just say subtly, and then oh hey, I saw your headlights. Kind of like change. People are gonna their Mike is probably gonna be like, okay, like I see a lot of people are doing it, because think about it, everyone wants to be like everyone else. They want to be normal because normal is normal. They don't want to be odd. They want to fit in with the sheep. So they can be like, okay, like subconsciously, it's like, okay, no, okay, maybe. Like if the service is good, then after, do an amazing job. Amazing job. So, subtly bring it up, subtle. Number two, amazing job. So they're like, oh my gosh, like you left these lines right here on my carpet, like it's looking saucy. And then you kind of come out with like, hey, so Mike, how often do you like to keep your cars clean? And then Mike be like, okay, usually I like to keep them clean like every month, every 3 months. And you could tell him, okay, so you'd like to keep them clean every 3 months. I actually do have a plan where I get all of my customers, and let me show you this. You kind of show them your notes, and you already have your pricing. So for me, $200 full details every month. So if he wants to do quarterly, so yeah, Mike, usually I do, but yeah, my full details, you know, you just paid $370. If you were to do it every 3 months, since you're a loyal customer, I would drop it down all the way to $240. I'll drop it all the way down to $240. And actually, one more thing, people that do sign up today, if you sign up today, I'll throw in so like if it's Mike and Mike looks like he cares more about the exterior shit, I'll actually throw in an engine bay detail. Hey, here's the engine bay details. I'll actually throw in a trim restoration. Yeah, because your trim is actually pretty restored. I mean, if you didn't upsell that shit. Let's say you upsold all of that, then okay, I'll go look for something else. Like, we'll actually put some ceramic spray on your seats. So if stains or whatever, you're like family man, then we're gonna put this, we're gonna put that, and actually, if you sign up today too, like, hear me, you get VIP priority scheduling. So instead of like all the peasants kind of say, instead of all the peasants getting details that end at 7 p.m., you'll get details that end at 10 p.m. So you'll get 3 extra hours. So let's say after work, you get home at 6:30, you need a detail, just give us a text, we'll be on the way. If we have availability, boom. And you could get a detail, nothing to worry about. So yeah, if you do all of this today, I'll be able to do it for $49. And a $49 deposit, because you always want deposits. And then stay silent, don't say anything else. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's because I feel like that's a little too expensive. No, yeah, I totally understand. I totally understand. Like, you wouldn't. I totally understand, but I totally understand. Most of my clients actually, to save money, they actually do this. If you're gonna get a detail regardless every 3 months, you might as well come with me, and I'm giving you all the add-ons and priority scheduling. So kind of play around with that. If your sales script sucks, fix your sales script. If your offer sucks, fix your offer. And then if you fix all of them and nothing's happening, then I don't know what the fuck's happening. Your game is broken. But yeah. So you want to do like, you want to plan value, like I was saying, like throw some add-ons or whatever, like actually fits, like hits your status or whatever. And then you want to like just test like the rules. Like, okay, this didn't work, I'm going to try this. It's kind of just like fuck around, find out. So like that's kind of like a good like saying I have, fuck around, find out. Boom. Fuck around, find out. Just keep on fucking around, find out. You're gonna mess up some things. You're gonna mess up, you're probably not gonna mess up all the things, but kind of like the whole assignment with this is if you don't try, you can't fix. If you can't fix, you can't scale. And I also actually did a video on TikTok where I was talking about 46% more likely to win, if we track KPIs. If we track, basically your KPIs is a key performance indicator. So it's kind of just like your CAC. It's like it goes to like all the numbers. So think about it like this as like a big one, and then has all the little ones. So like CAC, LTV, or whatever, has like all this. And then also another Harvard one did like startups that track KPIs are 400% more likely to grow. And also there's another one that 30% more likely they make decisions 30% faster. So imagine you're growing, you're more likely to grow. And you're going to grow faster. So speed, and then probability increase. Literally just by tracking these numbers. Because you know what the constraint is. Basically what the constraint is, let's say you, Jimmy, let's say you're not tracking KPIs. Here's a wall, you're fucking strapped up. You're strapped on it. Oh, Jimmy, why am I not out? Jimmy, why are you in prison? Like, you have a business, but like, what the fuck's happening? What's your profit? You're not making money? Jimmy, you've been detailing for 3 years already. Like, what are you doing? Like, honestly, like, your parents are like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? And then eventually, you see my video or you see a Hormozy video, and they're like, okay, so my CAC was actually fucking shit. I was supposed to be charging $300 because my CAC was 50, so 6 to 1, but I was actually charging $150 because I wanted the 3 to 1, or you probably didn't even know the 3 to 1 ratio. And you had no cushion for the pushing. Dead ass, no cushion for the pushing. So you're barely making money after expense or whatever. You're basically making $100. Fucking no, it's $90, $70. Let's say you have like, you're making no money. Oh wait, your retention sucks. Hold up, retention sucks. Actually track it and then improve it, increase it. Get better at your maintenance plan script. Do your work better. Damn, you're losing too many customers. Well, probably because you're in your script. You're not getting a script. Oh, you're not closing enough leads? Why? Like, you get 100 leads, but you're not closing. 100 leads, let's say 50 actually pick up the phone, and then you only close 5 people. What the fuck? You have a 10% close rate? What is that? You just suck. And then you'll kind of be like, okay, this is a constraint, this is the constraint. Or, wait, I'm not getting enough leads? Wait, what am I doing? Are you doing the rule of 100? Are you doing paid ads? What are you doing? Or are you just relying on organic marketing? And you're only posting 3 times a fucking month. So it's kind of like you find all of this and then you'll eventually, get to like the root problem. Honestly. So guys, if you like videos like this, keep on liking, smash the like button, give me a freaking subscribe button, click the subscribe button, and I'm going to keep on posting quality content like this. Tell me if you like this video, because I feel like this video was actually pretty good. Doing like all the like writing shit was pretty good. So guys, give it a like. I love y'all and peace.